USL Championship players look for a new deal with the league, and the 2026 World Cup draw is this Friday. How does the draw work? That and more right here on tonight's 716 Soccer. Hey there and happy holidays. Welcome to 716 Soccer, your home for everything soccer with a cozy Western New York twist. This time of year, whether you're warming up from the snow or settling in with a hot drink, we've got the whole Western New York soccer scene covered, from youth games played in winter hats and gloves to pro matches that light up even the darkest December nights. And just like any good holiday gathering, this show isn't meant to be watched from the sidelines, it's meant to be shared. So get involved, take part in our supporters poll, jump into the YouTube live chat, and let your voice be part of the conversation. I'll be reading some of your comments on air as we go. And is there a topic you want us to cover? Someone you think we should interview? Is something missing? We want to hear from you. Send your suggestions to soccerforbuffalo@gmail.com, and we may feature those changes in a future show. Okay, today's supporters poll question is, will you watch the 2026 FIFA World Cup draw on Friday at noon on Fox or Peacock? 100% yes. Number 2 is meh. Followed up with number 3, I don't care who the U.S. plays in group stage. Okay, so we got some options there. Enter 1, 2, or 3 in the chat to be counted, and we'll release the results of the poll at the end of the stream. All right, hat trick headlines. Here we are. We've been tracking Western New York players as they compete throughout the NCAA Division I tournament, and that includes Ohio State defender Moran Gasick out of West Falls, who attended Nichols School. Well, unfortunately on Friday, Florida State beat Ohio State 4-1 in the Elite Eight, jumping out to a 2-0 lead before halftime behind a quick Jordan Dudley brace. The Buckeyes briefly cut the deficit early in the second half through Amanda Schluter, but Florida State answered immediately and added a late insurance goal to seal it in Tallahassee. The Buckeyes' run, their first Elite Eight in 15 years, ends at 11-5-6. Florida State now advances to the College Cup on December 5th. Congratulations to Moran for a great season. Casey Durkaz from Hamburg, New York, who you know from FC Buffalo and UB as a player and coach, is the associate head coach of Vanderbilt's women's team. Vanderbilt just had an historic run in the D1 tournament, and it ended just shy of the College Cup after a 2-1 overtime loss to TCU in the Elite Eight. The Commodores grabbed a late lead in the 77th minute through Sydney Watts, but TCU's Emma Jelinski equalized with 4 minutes left. In overtime, a Vanderbilt foul in the box set up Sydney Becerra's golden goal, sending the Horned Frogs to face Florida State in Kansas City. Congratulations to Casey for a great season. And last weekend in the USL Championship final, players from both teams didn't just show up to play. They walked out for the anthem donning USL Players Association shirts reading "Pro-Rel?" ? Try pro standards first. As Sports Illustrated talks about in their article, the USL is planning to create a first division with promotion and relegation in 2028. And players are demanding more than just big headlines. They want real wages, healthcare, and year-round stability. In response, the USL gave the winning team, the Pittsburgh Riverhounds, no stage, no confetti, and no trophy presentation for their celebration. Classy touch, USL. The current agreement between the league and the players is set to expire at the end of the year, only 1 month away, and progress has stalled as of September. So this is going to be a story that we will continue to watch as Buffalo Pro Soccer plans to join this league and start playing in 2027. All right, goal or no goal? USL should give the players what they want. I say goal. We talked about the backstory in the last Hat Trick headline. The counter argument is USL is still a growing ecosystem. Not every club is Sacramento or Louisville. Some markets simply can't afford rapid wage inflation or mandatory full-year contracts. Push too hard too fast, and you risk destabilizing the very league players rely on. They'll argue that incremental growth is the only sustainable path. My take is the league has expanded, attendance is up, valuations are rising, and clubs are talking MLS level ambitions, and yet too many players are still living on part-time wages, short-term guarantees, and seasonal instability. If USL wants to be taken seriously as a Division II league with Division I aspirations, then investing in the athletes who make the league watchable is the bare minimum. All right, for the final third tonight, the 2026 World Cup draw is this Friday, the 5th at noon. But before we talk about the draw, let's review how the 2026 FIFA World Cup actually works, starting with the tournament itself. First up, the stages of the tournament. Stage 1 is the group stage. 48 teams, 12 groups of 4, and everybody plays 3 matches within their group. The top 2 teams in each group move on, plus the 8 best third place teams. So that's going to be 32 teams total advancing. Stage 2 is the knockout stage, the bracket. It's very simple. Win and advance, lose, and you're out. You go from the round of 32 to the round of 16, then quarterfinals, semifinals, etc. And then stage 3, of course, is the World Cup final, where the last 2 teams standing play for the trophy. Now, how do those 48 teams even get to the World Cup? Well, every country plays qualifying matches within their region for over almost 2 years. Each region gets a certain number of spots, and teams earn them by finishing at the top or winning playoff rounds. The only exceptions are the hosts, and for 2026, that's USA, Canada, and Mexico. They get automatic spots. And finally, let's talk about how the draw actually works on December 5th. This is where those 48 teams find out who they'll face in the group stage. All teams get sorted into 4 pots based on their world ranking. The top pot, pot number 1, includes the hosts, USA, Canada, Mexico, plus the 9 highest ranked nations. Pots 2, 3, and 4 hold progressively lower ranked or not yet determined teams. During the draw, 1 team from each pot gets pulled into each group, which helps keeps things balanced. There's also rules to prevent too many teams from the same region landing together. We don't want that. And when the draw is over, every nation knows its group, its schedule, and its possible path through the entire tournament. It's basically the moment the World Cup map gets revealed. To watch, tune into Fox or Peacock this Friday, December 5th at noon. Okay, now it's time for everyone's favorite segment, Pino's Pick. For Major League Soccer fans out there, yes, the MLS Cup final is this Saturday, December 6th at 2:30 on Fox. It features Thomas Muller and the Vancouver Whitecaps versus Lionel Messi and the Inter Miami down in Fort Lauderdale. And if it's up to Pino, it looks like Miami is going to be the pick there. So the results are in for this week's supporters poll. And I'm going to go with, how about number 1 for me? So let's pop that in there. 1, ding, there it is. I'm definitely going to be watching, and so should you. So, do it. Friday at noon on Peacock. All right. So in American soccer, we all know that nothing is set in stone with a new club until soccer is actually played. Well, Buffalo Pro Soccer still needs a primary owner, a stadium, and branding. And 716 Soccer is the place to be for all the latest news on those topics. Only 14 months and 30 days remain until kickoff in March 2027. The countdown is on, folks, as Buffalo goes pro. Thanks for hanging out tonight. The conversation does not end here. Connect with us on X and Instagram and keep the soccer talk rolling. We'll see you next week. Remember, Buffalo Soccer starts with you.